developed. And we had to infect the other bank with the same culture, which was almost impossible to do. They wouldn't change. Or UT4 was suspicious of the BPI staff. The BPI staff were also suspicious. It used to be us and them all along. And I tried hard to merge the two so we have one culture. What worsened the case was that we also had, because we didn't have bankers, UT bankers.
Okay.
So then we had to actually recruit bankers from almost all the other banks. Some came from Access Bank, UBA, Stanchart, wherever. Okay. And when they came, because they were top bankers, they were sitting on top of all the departments. So all of a sudden, there's a gap between me and my normal staff, because they came in between with their cultures. You understand what I'm saying? To want to own culture, not ever share any culture, and spoil the culture. And then, of course, because we had also changed the processes first, and now with this kind of amount for this time we have to do relationship banking and a whole lot of things, which is not the same. So, long story short, what happened was that the clients started defaulting on TSCAN. And some of the staff will collude with the staff with the client.
Oh yeah,
I know someone. What about also be if you the kind of who craft if you are friends or maybe kind of boss. I said, "Sky the over to here into there. Man can crab now there na fight and all sort of things that happened.
And your workers now,
the workers, but the workers staff colluding with the. And then we also had problems with the energy sector because the government wasn't paying the foreign component and all sort of things, and we were doing collateral management and all sort of. So the net effect is that we started making serious losses. So we couldn't pay dividend in 2014, and then 2015 it was even worse. Bank of Ghana asked us to write off some loans. We write off, virtually the bank has to recapitalize, but we did. And we put together restructuring plan for the bank to capitalize it, to improve on the collections, to get cheaper deposits, to have a look at the risk management and all sort of things. And we shared it with Bank of Ghana that this is what we're going to do. So part of it was that we had to find more capital. Okay. And we were talking to Bank of Ghana about it. Now, so when this government came to be, well, we had already started the negotiations with the bank, and we're seeing them all the time. We had firmed up a reconstruction plan.
A year government?
AMPP.
Okay.
AMPP government.
Okay.
So I personally was surprised that they took a decision to just close the bank without even informing us.
Because, just like that?
Because bank here closing the same nearby, I was saying, watch it, I mean, so the issue is, whilst we're discussing with Bank of Ghana, at some point they had decided that they will not go on with the discussion, and they were going to close the bank. But they didn't make it known to us. The way the bank was closed, I'm sure Fifi, you heard about it. And Opahemachi, before 6, not police for any media for I call Yebubu UT signages into Senia. Bosumbia, Yachino Serbia, Akofo Obiri. And that's not the way to close it. And that is what happened. Now, incident is interesting enough. Nambo me kukuntu me weekend as normal. Me saw a permanent me sorry by 7:30. Maybe my bathroom, my very CNN and kakra. And this started 6 o'clock. So the news was everywhere. Me So then it was when I put on my phone and said,
calls.
I have about 60 something calls. I read. Then I called my daughter and said, why is the whole world looking for me? No, I say, maintain news. I'm saying, sorry. No, I say, listen to any station. Now, government has taken over UT Bank. So, true, I turned on the radio and it was the main news item. So I dressed up and drove to Accra to come and meet Bank of Ghana for say why that action and what do they have. Based in there, rather, I was taken to court for investigation at Yoko, and then they took my passport, and Then they process my documents for court, and I'm in court.
I see how that's all.
But I go court Tuesday, I go court.
Wow. And then the dad wanted to say, yes, so best friend. And then o bank no cry a collapse here.
Mainly hard facts, but it's interesting because these are so-called Achim people, and I'm an Achim man.
Mm-hmm.
And I was friends with all of them.
Mm-hmm. So
for them to come to power and do what they did without even consulting the Kofi Bertrand, say, lose how your bank is going bad, and whatever. Utim say personal hatred or an agenda to have their own against me for whatever it is that I did. That is quite obvious.
Now, our best friend, no, also run a bank.
My best friend, who is my best friend?
Friend in all my whatever it is.
No. I think what you're trying to say is that the Minister of Finance, but interesting enough, he called me the day before the bank was closed down, and we talked about funny things and